I am back in my bathroom in the hope that you're able to see my peely wally body from this angle, because as I've said before, I don't have a camera that's quite long enough to do full length body shots, but hopefully you can see I am back to my absolute see-through ghost self. The last time we were talking about the Dove kind of, what's it called again? Derma Spa? Dove Derma Spa. I did enjoy that. If you've not seen that video, I'm going to put it up here. But today we're going to talk about the Palmer's Cocoa Butter formula, right? But it's the natural bronze edition. So I know Palmer's Cocoa Butter has been about for a very long time. I've used it before. I actually don't mind it and I quite like the scent of the original one. But it's not something I regularly use. It's just something I've used over the years. Maybe I've been gifted it, or like not gifted it like influencer style. Just somebody's bought me it for my Christmas or something like that. Or like my mum or my friends been like, I don't really use this, do you want it? And I've used it. It's not one that I've sought out to buy regularly, lots and lots, but I have bought it on a couple of occasions myself as well. But this one is the Natural Bronze Body Lotion. It says it's a gradual tanner, so we're going to give this a go. But as I said, this is a gradual tanning moisturiser, so it does say on the back, for best results, apply evenly once a day or as often as necessary to achieve the desired level. It does say on the front it's for all skin tones. Palmer's, I don't know, just maybe have your marketing look at this and actually think about that, because I don't think that's the situation. It also says it provides 24-hour moisture, so we shall see. Now I have opened it and had a sniff, because as I say, I used to quite like the scent of the Palmer's, just the original one. What I'm going to say is though, this, I don't know if it's the tanner in it or if maybe this was just off or something. I hope not, I've only just bought it. But it smells like, did you ever have the yogurts, right, like actual yogurt, but they try and say it's like chocolate yogurt, like, hey, you're getting a chocolate pudding, but it's yogurt, and it doesn't really smell like, it doesn't smell like chocolate. So it's like the original cocoa butter mixed in with that fakey chocolate smell. That's what it smells like. I'm going to give it a bit of a stir as well, because I feel like it looks like some of the oils have maybe settled on the top, so we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Might just be a little funny in the consistency. But yeah, the smell's a little odd. It doesn't smell like that fake tan smell yet, but we shall let you know. Actually today I'm going to let you know as well, because I spoke to a friend about this one and they were saying, just be careful Alanna, because I'm as pale as you, if not paler, and I used that and it was like proper fake tan. Like you put it on and overnight all of a sudden you're a completely different colour in the morning. It's not gradual. So because of that, and that kind of warning that I got from my friend, I'm going to scrub today as well. This is one of my favourite body scrubs ever. It is the Soap and Glory Smoothie Start breakfast one. It smells like maple syrup and oats. This is a new one. Oh my god, it's one of my favourites. I've bought it over and over. I've probably not mentioned it on my channel for well over a year, but if I'm honest with you, if you look back in my early videos, probably don't do that because it'd be embarrassing. But this was one like monthly. I would be like, I bought another one, it's a favourite, I love it, great. So it's first thing in the morning just now. I'm going to have a shower, I'm going to use this, and then I am going to pop this, oh, nearly hit myself in the face, did you see that? I will pop this on after my shower. I will come back to you and give you a rough kind of idea of how I feel it was going on, and then tomorrow I will let you know if anything has taken effect. We will see. I will do it again, you know, day 1, day 2, day 3, we'll see how we go. And every time it gets a little darker, then I'll keep you in the loop and I'll let you know how it is. Alright, so we're out the shower, we've put it on the body. Looking suave, I know, thanks very much. Basically, let's talk about this, right? So I've put it on now. First things first, I do not like the smell of this. Basically, the smell of this, I can't explain it. When I lifted this out the tube earlier, I was like, give it the benefit of the doubt. But the honest truth is, like, I don't like it. I really don't. The other thing I would say is, make sure you do shake it, because when I initially started to pump this, it was just oil rather than the actual lotion. So make sure you give it a really good shake before you use it. That's just user error on my part. But the smell, it's just an odd smell. I don't know how to explain it. It's not an obvious fake tan smell. So it's not that. It's not that kind of biscuits, digestive biscuits smell that people are like, ooh, don't like that. It's sweet, a little bit like the cocoa butter, the original one from Palmer's, but it doesn't smell like that. It's not like the original one. The original one I quite like. I think it's quite a nice scent. This I'm not so keen on, and I think it must obviously be whatever the tannin formula is that's in it. The texture of it I found is a lot looser than even like my CeraVe, the moisturising cream I use from them. The Dove one, is this looser than that? No, but I would say the Dove one has slightly of more a gel formula, almost. Just ever so slightly. It's still a cream, but it's just got a slight gel formula to it. This is definitely a lotion, like a lotion rather than a cream. Does that make sense? It's not as thick and heavy as a cream, but it's not a gel either, so it's probably a lotion. That's probably, it does say body lotion. I mean, fucking brains of Britain here. But when I was putting it on, I was like, okay, right, fine. What I will say is that I quite like is it seems to have dried. I'm just touching my leg because that's like a bare bit that I don't want to show you, but I don't want to either strip off either. It seems to have dried down quite nicely. I don't feel like I'll be worried about putting clothes on top of this, and even when I put my house coat on I wasn't overly concerned about it. It seemed to dry down really quickly actually. With all that being said, we will see. Obviously I'll put prices, all that kind of stuff below. I did that on the Dove one as well, so if you want any information on how much this costs and how it pairs up against the other ones, I will do a full roundup video at the end of all of these little insert ones, but everything information wise will be down below. But we'll see how this goes. I will come back to you tomorrow and let you know if I come back 3-4 shades darker than I'm supposed to, or if it is a gradual tanner. We shall see. Hello, so here I am, day 1 application, so the next day essentially. What I'm going to say is, from the get-go, it's definitely much darker than the Dove. Definitely much darker. I'm not saying that when you're looking at this, and I can see myself from my viewfinder there obviously, that you're going to look at this and think, right, clearly she has went 3 or 4 shades darker. No. But what I will say is there's obvious like marcation lines where you can see, because obviously I put on the lotion, I washed my hands because I didn't want to have it all over my palm. So I washed my hands, and I think there's quite obvious marcation like between here. It's a lot more than the Dove was. I'm hoping you can see that because I'm really sure, again, as best as my possible ability. But you can see a real difference. I also feel like it's shown in these areas a little quicker than the Dove. Other areas, I don't really think it's too much. Like, I think I'm darker. I definitely think I'm darker than my Peely Wally self. But it's that way that I'm like, that's quite nice, okay. If I put it on again today, does that mean I'm going to go too dark? I don't think I'm too dark just now. I think if I was this colour and I was to put the Dove one on again, I wouldn't have any qualms about it. I would just put it on and be like, okay, fine. Like, it's just going to keep it nice, even, and building it up. I feel like the Dove one, I managed to get about 3 or 4 applications before I was like, okay, it's getting a little fake tan looking. And then obviously I would just wean off for a day and then maybe go back to it a day later. Like, I just put on my CeraVe for a day and then I go back to it a day later, and it continued to be nice and even. I feel like if I put this on for a full 3 days, it's going to become fake tan looking very, very quickly. So I'm going to get in the shower today. I'm going to apply it again today, but I am working all weekend. So here's the deal. I'm going to check in with you probably Monday, because today is Thursday. I will come and do this setup again, and I will let you see what it's like once that will be a total of 4 or 5 applications. And we will see if I actually do continue to do the 4 or 5 applications, because I might put it on today and wake up tomorrow and be like, absolutely not. I'm not putting any more on. We will see how I feel. I think it's good. I like it. The smell is certainly died down a lot. Still doesn't smell that biscuity way, that fake tan biscuit way. But what I do feel, it still smells that funny smell that I wasn't so keen on. Again, not overly offensive. It doesn't smell like, you know, shite or seaweeds, but it's just a little funny. I don't know if I like it. So have a shower now, put it on again, and I'll come back to you either tomorrow or in 3 days time and let you know what colour I am and if I kept it going every single day or if I stopped at like day 3 or 4. We'll find out, okay? Hello, I'm back again to continue talking about this now. Said to you I'd be back on Monday. We are back on Monday, but I only have, this is 3rd, fourth application, post fourth application. I'm hoping you can see that I am actually a lot darker. So I did put this on, and after the first application I was like, yeah, okay, fine. What I'm going to say, right, is that the noticeable markations where you would normally get fake tan with a normal fake tanner rather than a gradual fake tanner, they are there. Like in here I have creasing, like just from, I suppose, sweat and stuff, like just where it's starting to wear away, and it's very, very obvious. I feel I can see it around my wrists as well. I feel it's very noticeable in my hands. I don't know if you're going to see it on the camera, but because of my job and I wear a glove a lot of the time, I think it's really, really noticeable. I actually noticed as well that even despite the job I was doing, the other day I kind of put it all on and then washed my hands, and I must have rubbed off quite a lot of the self tanner off the back of my hands, because it was like white hands, brown arms. I hope that you can see that I am actually remarkably darker for me. I'll just show you my stomach as well, because I think you can kind of see it there quite a lot. Obviously I've got my tummy creases, you can see there, but I think that that makes it even more noticeable, like it's settled in the lines where I would have like creases in my stomach where I'm sitting during the day, all that kind. I think it's settled there, making them look even more noticeable. Whether or not I think it looks like a fake six-pack, or whether or not it just looks like I've got lots of tires, which no problem, it's great, we all have them, don't try and kid anybody on, but it's settled right in those lines. In saying all of that, I feel like, see around here, I don't know if you can see it, I feel like here it's white. I don't know if that's because when I come out of the shower I do this, you know, let it dry in, that's all fine, brush my teeth, go about my business, and then I go to do my skincare, and then when I'm doing my skincare I obviously take all of my serums, my essences and stuff right down my décolletage. Well, by the way, I do have like a scratch mark here from the cat as well. That's not bad fake tan, that is just a scratch mark. You only seen a nipple there, sorry. But I do feel like this area here is very pale in comparison to the other areas that are right next to it. But I'm like, you can see there's like a line down my arm. I don't know if you'll see it on the camera. I'm going to put some photos in of pictures I actually took, because it was so noticeable where the kind of breakdown of the tan was. And I'm going to tell you now, I don't like it as much as the Dove. Giving it the benefit of the doubt, what I'll say is, I think that this one, if you know you have somewhere to go, you don't really like that like really dark fake tan, like you put on the fake tan the night before you go to sleep, you wake up and you're a totally different colour. If you're not into that, or you're just too pale and you think, oh no, that would be too much for me, then this might be a go for you. You could put it on and then maybe even just for 2 days and be like, oh, now I'm the right colour for the barbecue I'm going to, or whatever it is you're going. But wearing this as a daily gradual tan does not seem to be working, because as I say, this is now post fourth application, and I can see all these telltale signs, which makes me feel like I now need to either use a self-tan remover or just let it all die down and give myself a good exfoliation and let it come off. So I feel like it's nice. It's so dark that even Alan said to me, have you got tan on? And he is like dark, he's really dark. He just looks at the sun and in 10-15 minutes he is bronzed. He has really sallow skin. I do not, obviously. And we were sitting in bed, I think I was reading a book, or it was in the morning when we were having breakfast, we were sitting in bed, and my arm was next to his, and he was like, have you got tan on? And I was like, yeah, have you noticed? And he didn't do that with the Dove one, so it's definitely darker than the Dove. I am just not enjoying the wear of it, that's what I'll say. So I feel like this would be a good one if, maybe if you already had a tan, and I kind of said that with the Dove one as well. I think if you already have a base tan, these things always work a little better. I mean, it just ekes it along a little longer. So again, I think it would work for that, but I also think that if you just want to build up a little bit of a tan because you have an event to go to, or I don't know, you're going to go to the beach for the day and you just want to feel a little better about yourself, feel a little bit more golden, then yes, you could use this a couple of times and it would be fine. But as a daily, that's me been using it a week now. As I said, I put it on before I started my shifts. I kind of used it that day, the next day I skipped a day and just used a normal moisturiser because I thought I could start to see some of the fadey bits, and I thought, well, I'll try the way I did with the Dove. Skipped a day, done the moisturiser, and then went back to this, and that's me now put 2 more applications of this on, and now this is me talking to you, and it's really noticeable where it's wearing and where you can see it. So it wouldn't be one that I would use like all year round to keep yourself bronzed. I think the Dove wears much nicer, but this one is darker. It is absolutely darker. I still don't think they should be calling it an all skin tones gradual tanner, because anybody darker than me, anybody even a marginally darker than me, might not notice very much difference. This is, don't say for all skin tones, just don't do it. Just call it light medium, or just call it a gradual tanner. Just, why put that on the bottle? That's all I think. It's a bit silly. Anyway, I will use it up, but I won't buy it again. So I think that's where I'm going to finish this one up. I could go on to do like the week long like I done with the other one, or here we are after this and here we are after that, but I feel like I already have my roundup and opinion of this. It wouldn't be one that I would pick up again. It's good. It's good for what it does, and it's certainly a nice dark deep tanner, and it's gradual. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a couple applications. I'm very fair, but I don't like the wear. I really don't like the wear. I'm sorry. If you love this, that's great. If you think it works for you, if you've got any tips or hints or anything like that for me, then please drop down below and let me know. Have you tried this, or do you prefer the Dove one better? I'm not sure which one I'm going to do next. We're actually going to go to Boots. I'm actually going to go in store to a Boots, which is very exciting. So I might pick something up in there. But we'll leave it there for now, and I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye.